Hey guys, Jarek and Komodo here, going to be doing some more Black Ops 2, this time doing some Domination on Grind. I say in the title I'm using the MSMC, which I do later in the video, but for most of the video I'm actually using the M27. This is easily my least favorite gun in the game. This thing, I can make a very compelling argument as to why it's terrible, and just not a very good competitive gun. Also, when you first pull it out, you eject a live bullet out of the chamber. I don't understand why you do that. Didn't need that bullet, I guess.
Nope.
But this gun, it has some good, but a lot of bad. Let's start with the good. First off, it has next to no recoil at all. I mean, you can just hold the trigger down and it's going to be shooting in the same spot. And it's very accurate, but unfortunately the thing is super weak. And it has bad damage drop-off too. So unless they're within like 5 feet, you're not doing full damage, which means its time to kill is absolutely horrendous. So every other gun kills faster. It puts you at a major disadvantage, and this thing doesn't really have that great of a rate of fire. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great either, so other things are just going to kill faster and better. So yeah, I really don't like this gun. I wanted to try to use it because I don't like using the same gun and, you know, not using anything else. I want to use all the guns in the game with the exception of the snipers, but I just can't use this thing. And it's not just because I'm, like, bad at the game or anything. It's just legitimately it's not a competitive gun. It's just not good. But yeah, let's go ahead and get off topic from that. So I just beat Wolfenstein: The New Order. You know, I did a full playthrough of that, so if you want to watch it, hi, person showing up. I forgot to put myself to busy when I was recording this, so my bad. And I don't even remember who this is, but shout out to whoever you are, if you're watching. But yeah, Wolfenstein: The New Order. There's a lot to say about it. I got to like the last level last night, and then I just completed the last level now. To be honest, the last level felt a little bit drawn out, up until you get to the last boss battle. It felt like they didn't really add anything new on the last level, just the combat was more or less filler to get through the story, and all they were really doing is throwing more and more heavier units at you. So, I mean, I guess they were ramping it up, but they didn't add anything new on that last level. And I can't say I wasn't enjoying myself. I mean, I was, but it did feel like a kind of tedious. I don't know if you ever got that.
I was dying too much to really get that.
I was dying too much to enjoy myself on the last level, basically.
Well, it's not that I didn't enjoy myself. I was dying too much to go, man, this is really going on way too long. I was too busy like, okay, that didn't work. Let's go ahead and do it this way. Okay, that didn't work. Let's do it that way. So, yeah.
But, yeah, aside from that, I'm going to try not to say any spoilers, but just as a warning, if I do throw a spoiler out there, my bad. So if you're worried about spoilers, you might not want to watch this video.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, what he said. The ending fucking sucked. I'm just going to flat out say it. It was a pretty bad ending.
I'm curious, 'cause I'm going to have to sit down and watch the ending on yours.
It's the same. It's the same on each side.
Alright,
and
I'm annoyed by that then.
The only differences between who you choose to kill and who you choose to stay alive is basically different filler aspects throughout the campaign. You either get this weird nerdy chick or you basically get Jimi fucking Hendrix. Seriously?
Okay then.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
I don't know, the whole story, I mean, there's a lot of good I can say about the game. The gameplay is really fun. The guns are awesome to use. They feel like they have some power and people obliterate, literally, when you shoot them. So it's really fun to play and just to shoot Nazis. I mean, there's nothing more to say about that.
Now here's my question. Also, major spoiler alert, skip past this if you don't want to hear some plot points. Alright? Okay. Now, did you end up with what's-his-face's brain in that robot thing?
Yes.
Okay. I was hoping there was going to be like some sort of difference there. That's really annoying that they just were like, yeah, we're just going to do the same thing here. Your choices mean nothing.
I wasn't really expecting choices, and I'm honestly fine with it because I don't want to play through the game again for minor differences.
Yeah.
Honestly, if that changed anything major, I would just go watch it on YouTube. So.
Holy crap, all of those people.
Yeah, and with this crappy gun, there's no way I can do anything about it. But yeah, the game in general, extremely high production value. I can't say anything negative when it comes to that. The cutscenes, the animations were very fluid. People's body language, I mean, they looked like real people when they were speaking and when they were talking. The voice acting and the writing for the actual, you know, what they were saying was absolutely fantastic. But again, I'm really disappointed with how the game ended. I don't feel like there's any resolve at all. Like, cool, and this is major spoiler alert territory here, so you might as well just stop watching at this point. Cool, you get to kill, like, the main boss enemy, sort of, but one, the way he kills you is bullshit. It's just suddenly you go through this giant, annoying, tedious boss battle, and he's just like, lol, whatever, I have a grenade anyway, fuck you.
Yeah, that was really bullshit.
That was really stupid. And on top of that, okay, how does that solve anything? One, what happens to what's her missing her face chick? The chick that gets her face, like, crushed by the robot.
Oh, that bitch.
Like, nothing, like, what happened to her? She's apparently still in Berlin, and we never hear anything more about it. You get to kill her boyfriend, which was nice. Right in front of her, which was actually really amusing.
Yeah, that was satisfying as all fuck. Also, DLC. That's what I feel like that's opening the door to.
I feel like that's what the ending... I don't know if you watched after the credits.
There's more?
Not much. All that really happens is the screen kind of fades to black and you hear a helicopter. So, basically, who knows if BJ's actually dead or alive. That's all it's saying, so...
Oh, those damn people.
Yeah, everyone wanted B for some reason. Fucking sniper. So yeah, who knows if he's alive or dead. It's pretty safe to assume dead with how that ended.
Yeah, I mean...
But yeah, I seriously don't feel like there was any resolve to the end of that game. Like, at all. I felt like the last level was drawn out. I felt like... Okay, the resistance is still a thing. Now the main fighter is dead. You think. Dead anyway. The general died, but how does that stop the entire Nazi army? So...
I guess it could deal a major blow to, like, their, what's the word I'm looking for here?
Morale?
That, yes. So, maybe, I don't know.
But I don't know, it felt like the entire game, the story was building up, and it was all this tension for it, and everything was fantastic until the end. I don't understand. You know, I'm ripping shit into this game, but in all reality, the game is... It's worth playing. I mean, I don't regret buying it at all. It's definitely worth playing, and if you are curious about it, just start watching my Let's Play, and, you know, you'll see what I mean about the game being a legitimately very good game. So yeah, that's all I had to say about that. I just kind of wanted to talk about that and rant. So from here on, let's just go ahead and move on to the questions.
You can stop worrying about spoilers now.
Because they're totally listening if they're worried about that. Yeah, questions. If you want us to answer your question, leave a question down below in the comments. We'll try to answer it in a future voiceover. So this question is asked by Strafe5. What is going to a FurCon like? Is it similar to a comic convention with a bunch of things to buy and famous people, or is it more like an anime convention with a focus on cosplay and meeting new people who are also in the fandom?
Wait, I want to answer this. Yes.
It's kind of a mixture of both, really. There's definitely people that are well known within the fandom that you're going to meet at cons. There always is. I mean, especially if you're going to one that's as big as, say, Rainforest, which I think the official attendance was like 2,200.
Wow.
Which, to give you comparison, Furlandia was about 348. Rainforest is the fifth largest con in the world. So yeah, there's going to be people there that are well known within the fandom. And there's also going to be a lot of things that you can buy. I mean, they have a dealer's den. You can buy art if you want to. You can buy plushies if you want to. I mean, there's a ton of stuff that you can buy. And there's going to be a ton of... I mean, I guess you could call them cosplayers, but... I mean, that doesn't really classify it correctly. The correct term there to be used would be fursuiters. Although you do see some cosplayers that are just...
There.
Yeah, for I don't know what reason. You know, not really complaining about that at all. So, long story short... It's a mixture of both, in a way. I can't say anything negative about this. I mean, FurCons are some of the most fun of... Man, a Bolivia sniper. That's what having an arrow FV does. He didn't even know it was there. But yeah, I can definitely say FurCons are some of the most fun I've had ever doing anything. Maybe it's just because I've been in the fandom for such a very long time. Maybe it's because I feel so natural within the fandom. But I've done a lot of things. I mean... Just to give you sort of a short list, I live in the Pacific Northwest. I can do anything I so please. I mean, I've done snowboarding, sandbugging. I don't know how I got that. Snowboarding, sandboarding. I ran in a trophy truck and dune buggy circuit. I did some supercross. I did BMX. I've done whitewater rafting. I mean, I've done everything when it comes to it. I like doing things. If it interests me in the least, I'm going to try it. So... Yeah, out of all the things I've done, I can say probably the most fun I've had has been at FurCons, just because it's... Depending on which one you go to is relaxing and fun. I mean, it really... There's a little bit of everything for anyone to do whatever you'd like. Also, I forgot to mix in that it's kind of a mixture of a rave party as well, because there's always one.
I truly enjoyed myself at this year's Furlandia because it gave me a chance to stop being me and start actually being me, if that makes any amount of sense. Like,
let me explain that a little bit better.
No. I can explain it fine. Thank you. It lets me get away from the daily grind of Oh, Jesus! What the hell?
My swarm killed me again.
Good job. Gives me the opportunity to get away from the daily grind of go to work, go home, do nothing in between, and I actually got out to socialize and make new friends. Granted, like, maybe one of them lives here, but, you know, hey, new people.
And there really is something to do for everyone, too. I mean, if you're the type that likes to party and drink and do stuff like that...
Which I should have done more of.
I mean, there's private room parties if you want to do that. There's a rave party that is not private at all, so, you know, you don't need to worry about anything happening at the rave party. You can drink all you want there until you cause a problem, at least. If you're not the partying type, you can either go to the game room or the dealer's den and just hang out with people. So, I mean, really, it doesn't matter what you're into. And I kind of more or less am that weird mixture of both, in a way, because I don't really care to do either. And I also don't care to... I'm not the type to just sit back and relax. I really am not. I like to get out and do things. I don't like sitting still for long.
Totally checking out a room party just for shits and giggles.
Depending on which one you walk into, it can be interesting. Anyway, there's been some more Black Ops 2. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I'll see you later.